Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing today? Good. You guys seem excited and energized. Well, I am too, because I'm so excited for what we're going to learn about today. Today, we're going to take it a little back to my culture and my family. They are from the state of Hawaii. Does anybody know where Hawaii is, or does anybody know anything about Hawaii? Oh my gosh, so many of you have heard about Hawaii. Hawaii is a beautiful state, and it is composed of 8 different islands. Isn't that so exciting? So here's a little bit about my background of Hawaii. My mom is from Hawaii, and I can't wait to teach you guys about this beautiful state. So today we're gonna have a fun art activity. Raise your hand if you're ready to get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For our project today, we don't need that many supplies, but this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna have our scissors. We're gonna have markers, a blank piece of white paper, a pencil, and some colored pencils. That's what we're gonna use today, guys. So get that out and have all of your supplies ready to go. So today, each of you guys will be creating your own personalized surfboards. Isn't that so cool? You guys are going to be putting a design that has to do with Hawaii on your surfboard, and we're going to learn about those in a little bit. So after that, you guys are going to write a short summary, and you guys are going to tell me a little bit about what you learned and what your favorite facts about Hawaii are, and explain the different things that you used within your art and how you use the elements of art to create your surfboard. So the first thing we're gonna do today to get us started and get us understanding what Hawaii is and some interesting facts about Hawaii is we're gonna watch a couple YouTube videos. So sit tight as we watch these videos.
We are the 8 major islands of Hawaii. In the North Pacific, Moana, we're warm and free. We are the 8 major islands of Hawaii. In the west of the United States we'll be. I am Hawaii, also known as the Big Island. I have 11 of the world's 13 climate zones without trying. My big volcano, it is called Mauna Kea. Its peak's the highest point in all Hawaiian islands. I'd love to meet you. The island of Maui, that is what I am. I'm the second largest of all the Hawaiian islands. Haleakala is my highest point, you see. It's the tallest peak on me and feet at 10,023. I'm Oahu, known as the gathering place, the 3rd largest of the Hawaiian islands. I'm glad we touched base. I have Honolulu, it's Hawaii's capital, you know. Ka'ala's my highest peak, it's someplace you could go. My name is Kauai, some call me the Garden Isle, the 4th largest of the Hawaiian islands. My beauty will make you smile. My inactive shield volcano is called Hawaii-Kini. It is my highest point, now sing the chorus with me. We are the 8 major islands of Hawaii. In the North Pacific, Moana, we're warm and free. We are the 8 major islands of Hawaii. In the west of the United States we'll be. I'm the island of Molokai, the 5th largest island you'll meet. Also called the Friendly Isle, to visit me is such a treat. Kamakau is the name of my highest peak. It's part of the east side of my island, it's where lava once leaked. I wanted to say hi, my name is Lanai. I'm the 6th largest island and over 3,300 feet high. I also go by the name of the Pineapple Isle because I was a pineapple plantation that did last a while. The island of Niihau, or the Forbidden Isle. I'm the 7th largest of the 8 majors and 69 square miles. Brighamia insignis plants are protected on me. I'm a privately owned island with an invite you can see. Kaho'olawe, that is my name if you please. I am the smallest of the 8 majors, now here's more about me. I'm just over 44.5 square miles, you know. My highest point is over 1,483 feet or so. I'm the major Hawaiian islands, aloha to you friends. My capital's Honolulu, mahalo, this is the end. We are the 8 major islands of Hawaii. In the North Pacific Moana, we're warm and free. We are the 8 major islands of Hawaii. In the west of the United States we'll be.
Hey everybody! Hey Quinn, guess what?
What, Cadence?
Do you know what we're gonna learn about today?
No clue what?
Hawaii.
Cool, but I'll be back in a snack. Okay, I'm ready.
Quinn, we're not going to Hawaii, we're learning about Hawaii.
Really? Blow dart and my butt cheek.
I brought all this stuff for nothing.
Not exactly, Quinn. Even though we're not going to Hawaii, we're gonna learn all about it in this video. Did you know that Hawaii was the 50th state to join the United States? Hawaii became an official state in 1959. Well, that was a long time ago.
Hawaii is the world's largest island chain, and it's the only U.S. state completely made up of islands.
Hey, guess what? Did you know that only 7 of its 132 islands are lived in? The 7 islands are Hawaii, also known as the Big Island, Maui, Molokai, Lanai, Oahu, Kauai, Niihau. The Hawaiian Islands are volcanic islands.
The islands formed as the Earth's crust. No, not that kind of crust. The Earth's crust, which is made up of huge rocky slabs called tectonic plates. And these plates moved over a very hot spot in the molten layer beneath the Earth's crust. This heat melted the rock that makes up the Earth's crust. When the rock melted, it's called magma. Once this magma broke through the surface of the Earth's crust, then it cooled off, hardened, and created the new lands now called the Hawaiian Islands. But you ever wonder how Hawaii got its name? Well, the state of Hawaii is named for the island of Hawaii. But Hawaii is just one of its 8 major islands. But nobody really knows why it's called Hawaii. One theory is that it comes from the words hoa, meaning traditional homeland, and ai, which means small. And a different theory is that it's named in honor of the traditional discoverer of the islands, Hawaii Loha. Hawaii is one of the only U.S. states that does not border any other state. Do you know what the other state is that does not border another state? Leave your answer in the comments and we'll tell you later in this video and see if you were correct.
Hey, guess what, guys? The Big Island of Hawaii has 8 active volcanoes. There are 5 other active volcanoes in the other islands. Cool.
The largest is Mount Kilauea. This is the most active volcano in the world.
Hey, guess what? Did you know that Hawaii is known as the Aloha State?
Aloha is a Hawaiian word that has many different meanings like welcome, hello, and goodbye. Aloha also means love and care. The different meanings are brought together in the term aloha spirit to describe the friendly people of Hawaii. Here's a bit of history. Somewhere around 1500 years ago, a group of canoes came ashore to some of the islands, now known as Hawaii. The people on these canoes were Polynesian settlers from the Marquesas Islands people from what is now called Tahiti. What this means is that they've traveled over 2,500 miles away from their native island when they stumbled upon the Hawaiian Islands. And these settlers brought many traditions of their own, and over time they created new traditions such as surfing, hula dancing, and handing out flower garlands called leis.
Hey, guess what? Did you know that the first European explorer to discover Hawaii was Captain James Cook?
Captain Cook and his crew discovered Hawaii on January 18, 1778. He named them the Sandwich Islands after his friend. In 1810, Kamehameha became Hawaii's first king, and the islands continue to have royal rulers into the 1880s.
Hey, guess what? In 1898, Hawaii became a U.S. territory. It was named the 50th state in 1959.
Here are some quick facts for you. The capital of Hawaii is Honolulu. Hawaii has a population of 1.5 million people, and its nickname is the Aloha State. There are a total of 5 counties, and there are also some very famous people that have come from Hawaii. Bruno Mars, the singer, Jason Momoa, the actor, Jack Johnson, the singer, and ex-President Barack Obama. Here's a couple fun facts. Hawaii is the only United States state that grows coffee, vanilla beans, and cacao commercially. Commercially means they grow it to sell it. And did you know that there are only 12 letters in the Hawaiian alphabet? Those letters are A, E, I, O, U, H, K, L, M, N, P, and W. Every syllable and every word ends with a vowel.
Remember the question from earlier? Did you guess yet? Here's the answer. Alaska! Alaska is the only other state that does not border any other state.
And for our final fact, Hawaii is the only state with 2 official languages, English and Hawaiian.
Hey, did you like this video?
Weren't those videos so much fun? All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Today, we're gonna be creating our own mini surfboards. We're gonna be using our piece of white paper, markers, colored pencils, scissors, and we're gonna be making a beautiful piece of art. At each table, you guys are gonna see little designs of different pictures of places in Hawaii. So when the time is right, we'll go ahead and take a look at those so you guys can see some of the beautiful things that Hawaii has to offer. After creating our art, we're gonna be writing our short summary as discussed before. So make sure you're listening and you're paying attention to the different things that you put into your art. When creating art, we use the different elements of art. Those elements of art include line, shape, color, texture, and space. So let's see what we use today. All right, friends, let's get started. Pencils down, all eyes on me, and I'm gonna do a quick demonstration before we get started on our own personalized pieces. So as you guys can see, I have my blank sheet of white paper. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and get started with as I use lines to demonstrate the outline of a surfboard. So I want all eyes on me, all pencils down, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick demonstration. All right, boys and girls, here is a quick example of the type of shape that we're gonna be doing to create our surfboard. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next step. And remember, you guys are just watching me right now. We're not starting yet. Now that we have our outline, it's a little hard to see. So we're gonna go ahead and take our black marker. Remember, we're just watching right now. I'm gonna take my black marker and I'm gonna go ahead and take it along the line and outline my surfboard. Watch closely as I outline my surfboard. All right, friends, as you can see, I went ahead and outlined my surfboard in black marker. Now it's way easier to see our shape and the different space that we're gonna have to create our design in the middle. Let's go ahead and go on to our design. All right, friends, this next step is where we're gonna get creative. But remember, we're just watching right now. We'll have our turn soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my surfboard and I'm gonna get creative. You're gonna do any design you want. You could put your name, but remember, we have to have something in the center to represent Hawaii. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now for you guys. All right, boys and girls, as you can see, I did a quick little sketch of what I want my design to look like. So that's the next step. After writing and drawing our surfboard, we go ahead and do a design. So in the center, I have the word aloha, as we learned about in the beginning, because Hawaii is the Aloha State. Great job, guys. I have a little palm tree and a little flower over here. Of course, yours is going to be different. They're all going to be unique. So remember that when you're creating it, it doesn't have to look just like mine. But am I done? Is that a finished piece? No. Good job, guys. We need to add color. What is art without color? We have to add our color to our piece. So we're gonna start by outlining our words and our outlines with marker. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my marker in. Remember, we're just watching right now. All right, friends, as you can see, I went ahead and added my outlines of color. So the next step is gonna be to color in our different pieces of art with our colored pencils. So I'm gonna color this in and make it all colorful, and then we'll be ready for the next step. All right, boys and girls, as you can see, I went ahead and colored in my beautiful surfboard, and it's almost your turn. All right, friends, our last step before it's your turn to get started is we are gonna go ahead and cut out my surfboard. Very carefully, I'm gonna cut along this black line that we first created. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright friends, and this is my finished product, my surfboard. See friends, it wasn't that hard. It's simple and it's almost your turn. Just keep your eyes up here until it's your time to get started. So what was the first step of our art? Does anybody know? Raise your hand. Yes, outlining our surfboard. Great job, guys. Are all our surfboards going to look the same? Anybody know? No, exactly. We are not going to have them looking the same. They're all going to be different and unique. What designs will be on our boards? Does it matter? Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. They're going to be unique, but they do have to do with Hawaii, right? What are some of the elements of art that we used within our creation? Does anybody know? Line, good job. What else? Color, great. Is there another one out there? Space, good job guys. Great paying attention. All right friends, now it's time to get started. But make sure you guys follow along with the different steps and don't move ahead, okay? We're gonna work together and get through this project together. So get ready to pay attention, keep your eyes on me, and remember, when it's your turn, I'll let you know. Let's go ahead and get started with step 1. Does anybody remember what step 1 is? Great, we're gonna go ahead and do our outline of our surfboard. So go ahead and take your pencil, and remember, this is the shape of our surfboard. So we're gonna go ahead and take our pencil and outline our surfboard. Remember, we're using the space of the paper, and make sure we make it nice and big. Great, you guys did a great job at creating your shapes of your surfboard. Now we are going to take our black marker and we're going to trace along that line. Go ahead and do that now. Great job, friends. You guys are doing such an amazing job. Now it's time to begin creating our designs of our surfboards. Remember to make it different, unique, and be creative. Let's have some fun. So we're going to start by picking up our pencils, and we're going to go ahead and begin creating our designs. So go ahead and get started on that now, and I'll be walking around if you have any questions or need any help. Wow, friends, your designs look amazing. I love how different and unique they all are. Now we're going to do the fun part. Does anybody know what that fun part is? Yes, we are going to color it. That is so much fun, right? So let's go ahead and start with our markers as we outline our designs. So go ahead and get started on doing your outline of your designs. Don't color it in yet. Make sure you guys wait. Let's outline it and make it nice and beautiful. All right, friends, now that all of your designs are outlined with your marker to make it bold and pop, we're gonna go ahead and color everything in. So go ahead and get out your colored pencils and get started coloring in. And if you don't finish, that's okay. We'll have time at the end. Great job, you guys. They look amazing. So we're gonna cut them out, and it's okay if you did not finish coloring. You guys will have time at the end. So go ahead and carefully pick up your scissors. Once you pick up your scissors, you're gonna go ahead and cut along the dark black line that we did first. Once you're done cutting out your surfboard, go ahead and set down your scissors so I know you guys are done and ready for the next step. All right, class, you guys did an amazing job, and you guys have shown your creativity throughout this entire lesson. I am so proud of you guys. Alright, so if you did not finish coloring in, now is the time to do so. Alright, so as you're finishing up coloring in, you guys have about 10 more minutes to go ahead and complete your coloring and your outlining, and then we'll be moving on to the next part of this project. Alright, now you guys will be going ahead and starting to write a short summary. In this summary, you're going to be explaining the different elements of art that you used within your creation of your surfboard. So go ahead and remember what those elements of art are. Does anybody remember? We have line, shape, color, texture, space. What else? What are we missing? Are we missing any of them? We have line, shape, color, texture, space. Great job, you guys. In your summary, you guys are also going to be writing about your number one fact that you learned about Hawaii so that we can go ahead and read those together. All right, friends, you guys have done such a great job. We're going to be breaking up into groups of 4, and in those groups, you guys are going to be showing your friends your surfboard that you created and explaining the different elements of art that you used and what your favorite fact about Hawaii was. All right, friends, the last part of this activity is going to be so much fun. We're going to go ahead and watch a short clip from my favorite movie, Moana. So face your eyes to the screen as we watch this short movie clip. All right, friends, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had so much fun teaching about Hawaii and some of my roots about where my family comes from. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope you guys remember and learned a lot of facts about the Aloha State.